Now that you have your topic and your book, you're ready to start taking notes about what you're learning on your topic. You'll need your notes page that looks like this. If you don't have a copy of this page, then please look for where it is in the classroom and get yourself one copy. Start by writing your name here on the by line, because this is by you, and the animal that you're researching right here. I'm going to do my research, and my topic is going to be squirrels, so I've written squirrels here, and my name is Mrs. Herbeck, so I wrote my name right there. Your notes page has different sections where you can write down information you find about all of the different information about squirrels, or whatever your topic is. As you read, you look for information about appearance, or what it looks like. You look for information about habitat, or where it lives. You look for information about diet, or what it eats. You look for information about predators, which means what enemies does it have. You look for information about its life cycle. And you'll put any interesting facts that don't seem to fit in the others but you think are important in the very last box. I'm going to start by doing the diet section of my graphic organizer of my notes page. I'll do this by using the tools in the book that we just watched on the last video. I'm going to go to either the index or the table of contents to find which page would be the best for me to read. I'll start with the table of contents. I'm looking at the chapters in the table of contents, and I don't see anything that's really about food. So I'm going to go to the index and see if I have better luck there. Here's my index from the back of the book. When I look at the index, I see the topics of adults, babies, dangers, flying squirrels, and then food. Since I want to start by starting to do this part, diet, what it eats, I think food is going to be the right place for me to go. This says there's information about food on pages 5, 6, 9, 12, 14, 18, and 21. I'll start by turning to page 5 to see if there's any good information I could add to my notes. Here's a picture of page 5 in my book. I'm going to read the page and see if I find any good information about food. It says 13-lined ground squirrels can be found in central North America. Larger ground squirrels like the yellow-bellied marmot and the woodchuck are also common in the United States. That didn't give me any good information about food, but it did give me a little bit of information about the habitat or where it lives. I'll take quick notes about that information since I happen to find it, and then go back to focusing on its diet. It says in this page that the squirrels can be found in central North America and the United States. I don't need to write incomplete sentences, so I'll add my notes in short blurbs here. There. Now I've added the information about where it lives onto my notes. Now I'll keep reading on the page to see if I find information about food. In this box in the corner of the picture, it says Eurasian red squirrels, like many tree squirrels, stay active all winter, even on very cold days. Fur and food keep them warm. That does mention food, but it only just says food keeps them warm. I don't think that answers what it eats, so I'm not going to write a note on it. The last part of the page is this caption under the picture. It says 13-lined ground squirrels have 13 rows of stripes and spots. That doesn't give me any information about food either, so I'm going to go back to the index to see what other pages I can try. The index also looks and says that I can find information about food on page 6, so I'll try that page now. Here's a picture of page 6 on my book. Now I'll read page 6 to see if I have information about what it eats. It says eastern fox squirrels find their food and make their homes in trees. I think that that's a good fact about food. It says they find their food in trees. So I'll add that to my notes. I would continue using my index, reading, and writing short notes in the right boxes until I felt like I had enough information. You should work on making notes about your topic using your book until you have at least 2 or 3 pieces of really great information in at least 2 or 3 of the boxes. If you fill all of the boxes, that's even better. You might end up working on this step for 2 or 3 days to get a lot of good information. Take your time, read carefully, and write the facts as you find them in the categories where they belong. When you feel like you're done with this step, take your paper, put it into your book, and put your paper and your book into the finished bin so that I can check what you've done. Here is an example of what your notes page might look like when you're done. I have facts in lots of categories, but I wasn't able to find anything about the predators or the enemies of the squirrels, so that part's blank, and that's okay. When you're all done, move your clip on the writing chart to the next step and watch the video to find out what to do.